Hey, what's up, everybody? This your boy Nate with Underdog Spraying. Just checking in. I hope everybody's doing okay. Um, just want to let everybody know what's been going on with us here at Underdog. So, well, I kind of took some time off, kind of get ready for the 2025 season. And I think I recorded some footage a couple weeks ago. I didn't load anything because I had planned on doing it last week. So last week, what ended up happening was I injured my back. In high school, I was racing and my hip came out of place. And when it came out of place, we had an opportunity to, my parents had an opportunity to put me in a body cast or just allow it to heal up. So we decided to let it heal up on its own. And we knew the risk would be to possibly have to deal with this later on in life. So last week at the gym, I was working out, re-injured my hip, and hurt my back as well. So that put me down. So I'm just not getting back up. So I want to apologize for starting so late. I did tell people that we'll probably have a podcast out in January. So several things happened, kind of got us off guard, caught us off guard. But I think we should be able to get back on schedule now. So what I want to do is I just want to kind of show you what we're dealing with now. We have some new customers. Let me just turn this mic down. As you can see, I'm in the studio now. And sometimes it can pick up, this mic can pick up pretty good. So I just want to kind of take it back a little bit. But so these properties here, I'm going to show you these two properties. And just so you guys know, we're not trying to be more than what we claim to be. We're just getting off into the field and learning the game ourselves. This is our third year. So hopefully, we can be a blessing to those that are trying to get in the spray game. So if you look at this particular property right here, you can kind of see weeds all over the front. Now, the last video I put up, it was regarding making sure that the lawn was clean in the wintertime. So as you can tell in this property, there's a lot of poana out there on the lawn, even daisies already, dandelions, all type of green on the property. Look like you got some, that may be bluegrass, I'm not sure. Now, this particular person right here, we came and looked at her yard about a year ago. And at that time, she wanted clover in the front. So of course we're not in the business of growing clover, so we had to turn it down. But she called back this year and she said she would like to go ahead and start her getting the yard up to par with the Bermuda, centipede, whatever she has right now. She would like to make that go ahead and come into fruition. So this is where we come into play. We're going to try to get rid of all these weeds. We do have Roundup in the tank to go ahead and get rid of everything. And as a matter of fact, since we're moving closer to March, this video was February 18th, I believe. This particular one here. The next one is the 4th of March. That comes up after this. But we were starting to cut back on the Roundup, because everything is getting ready to start to wake up. So we start cutting back. But you can see this yard is a mess. Hopefully in a few weeks we can, in a month when we come back, we can have it all. We can start cleaning it up and it can look a little better than what it does now. But it's so important to start your weed control before we get to this particular situation right here, because it gets to this point, it's just kind of hard to get it under control. We can get it under control, but you can't expect it to look like your neighbors. If your neighbor has a pristine lawn looking good, you cannot expect your property to look like that. All right, so this property right here, lady called me. She said she put down new sod on this property last year. And I can look at the lawn and tell that it is Bermuda sod. And I can tell that they covered the front pretty good. The only thing is her lawn got covered in weeds. Now, if you can see it got covered in weeds. And her neighbor's property to the left, if you're facing the back of my tank, if you look to the left of the tank, or when I turn around, it'll be to the right. Her neighbor had just got lawn sod put in their property as well. The difference is that her neighbor stayed on top of the treatment, even in the wintertime. So, what ended up happening? The neighbor's property is nice and clean, and her yard is covered in poana. It is covered in all different types of weeds. It looked like I seen some chickweed already. I think I ran into some henbit. And this right here is a new batch of sod. You know what I'm saying? So the good thing about this is that since it was planted last year, it's not all isn't lost. You know, we can still get it under control. Once again, what's necessary is just to stay on the program and allow us to do our job, and we'll get it back in shape. But if you just getting started in the weed control field, you know, you got to be confident about your program. That's one thing I kind of dealt with the first year when we were doing the lawns. We were kind of not necessarily the first year. I think the second year we were doing the lawns. I was kind of nervous about when new people came on. So when new people came on, I just felt like, okay, so since we got brand new weeds, I need to add a whole new chemical in the tank and all that type of stuff. And I was buying stuff all over the place. But I come to realize that when you set up a program based on what I've learned from Tara Turf, Grade A Turf, once you set the program up, stick to the program. I don't care if you have a new customer that comes along in May, April, after the pre-emergence are done. If they come in, stick to the program. And that way you'll be able to weed out whether or not who is serious about treatment on their property. But as a tech and a business owner, you cannot sit up here and add new chemicals to the tank because you're adding a new customer. Now you can kind of see the lawn looks good right here, but to the right of this, that lawn is absolutely clean. Absolutely clean. Difference is she didn't stay on the program. Her neighbor who resided the lawn as well stayed on the program. We had someone hit us today, tell us not to come out tomorrow because their lawn man is supposed to come by and cut the grass. I let her know that we can't do that. Either we gonna spray it as far as the schedule is concerned, or we're gonna miss the treatment and spray it next month. Can't allow customers to determine your schedule because what'll happen is once it doesn't go right, they're gonna try to blame you for it. So to avoid the mistakes that we went through, stick to the program. Don't let the customers dictate when you need to come out, especially for those that are certified or have taken time to actually learn what to do. You're a technician for a reason, and you have understanding on what needs to be done for a reason, so you have to determine the schedule. I also want to show you what we also have in the tank. Got some post-emergence from Let's Go in the tank. I think I put, since I had about 100 gallons, I think I put in about 64 ounces of this Let's Go pre-emergent. It's a lot of pouring on the property here. I mean, we're not guaranteeing anything as far as right now. That pouring is going to turn. Once it starts to warm up, it's going to die out. And they just got to be patient. But this is the post-emergent right here, the Let's Go post-emergent. And, so if you need to get a membership, and go ahead and get signed up. That's it for now. Let me see if I can just open this up a little bit and take this off. All right, there we go. I just want y'all to know I haven't forgot about you all. What works for POA? I think it's Image. Image, I think you can buy that from Home Depot, if I'm not mistaken. POA. Image works good on POA. Another thing that works good on POA is pre-emergent. Pre-emergent will work just fine on POA. Also, you can possibly put down the glyphosate now for the POA. Just pay attention to the weather change, depending on where you're located. I think when you get around a certain temperature of consistency, I think it's around 55 to 60 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. You want to start pulling off the glyphosate, but the Roundup will definitely help. Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that, because we did that, and we had to put some more down. The difference in what we did this year in our tank, as far as the Roundup is concerned, in a 200-gallon tank, I think I put about might have been about 64 ounces. My son's tank, 100-gallon tank, I think we put 32. And keep in mind now, because I know you may have some people that are definitely educated in this field and may see that as wrong. But if you look at the back of the label, it tells you that glyphosate is good on Bermuda. But what we did was we went heavy on the Roundup around November and December. As we moved to January, we started to pull back on it. We started to pull back. February, we started to pull back a lot more. In March, whatever's left in our tank now is it's not that much left. So we're kind of mainly switching over to just continuing on with the Prodiamine, adding the Let's Go 3-way or whatever 3-way you can get. But we're getting ready to pull up off of the glyphosate. But if you can get around in to knock it out without slowing the green up, or if you have to spot treat, depending on how many lawns you got, the spot treat may not work. But if you can get some glyphosate on that and knock that poana out, I say go for it. But just check the temperatures in your area. If you're in North Carolina, you're probably gonna have a little more time. You know what I'm saying? Because Georgia and North Carolina, they kind of running the same a little bit, but at the same time, you're still a little further north. So you may have a little bit more time to get it down, but just go ahead and get it down as soon as you can. Try not to go too heavy, because one thing I do know is that it'll slow that green up. You know what I'm saying? So if you start to get on some properties, you starting to see where that Bermuda's starting to come back, you already know, okay, well, we're gonna have to pull back off of that. But that's it. Thank you guys for being patient with us. We were trying to get so much stuff done, trying to get the studio done. Like I said, I injured my leg, injured my back, and it just went down. And I just wanted to just come on in and let y'all know that I'm gonna go ahead and start picking things up. This channel is not for me to act like I'm just somebody smart. As far as the weed control field is concerned, this channel is for people that are trying to get in weed control and may run into those barriers, and kind of lose that hope and start doubting themselves. So that's what we don't want you to do. That's what this channel is for. That's why it's called Underdog. Hey, thanks, Ryan. Now I'll be tuning in once again, probably in a few days. But other than that, man, you guys stay up, and I'll talk with you soon. Underdog.